wants. What a girl wants is to not have to get into a hot car. I don't want to be in my shorts and try to find a way to wiggle onto that car seat without burning my backside. Because what happens when your car heats up, not only are you hot, but you're also exposing the interior of your car. You need to protect your interior, the steering wheel, the dashboard, the seats, and maybe your lipstick that's sitting in the console. What happens when you put on the Brella Shade? Well, it cools up to 30% cooler. Luke Caputo, come on in.
Hello.
This is the coolest thing ever. And I said,
literally.
Let's see. Literally, I love that, pun intended. You can pick your color, but this is like an umbrella for inside your car. How
for
about
your
that?
windshield.
Yeah.
It's you know what? You stole my opening line too.
Oh, did I?
No, when you said about what a girl wants is not to burn themselves getting in the car. That's the first thing I thought of, was like, yeah, that's exactly it. Well, and you know, it's funny because everybody immediately thinks that it's all about the temperature in the car, and you know, it is. You know, this will lower the temperature in your vehicle up to 30 degrees. However, the other side of that coin is the ultraviolet rays from the sun and what that does to the interior of your car. Because if you like your leather seats, if you like to have a nice dashboard, forget it. If you're not blocking the ultraviolet rays, and this will block 99.9% of the ultraviolet rays, if you're not blocking them, they're going to destroy the interior of your car over time, okay? So when you look at this, all right, see how it sits in the windshield there? It fills up the entire...
That's a real windshield.
That's a real windshield off a real car. You could see how, you know, I got to remember to put it back before I drive home. So when you look at this and you see how wide it is, it's 57 inches across, okay? What does that mean? It means it's going to fit in my full-size pickup truck, but it's also going to fit my wife Kelly's Jeep, which has a much smaller windshield. So any size windshield it'll fit in. This right here, the silver part you're going to see on these, is not like most of the products out there where it's kind of like almost aluminum foil, where all it's doing is reflecting. This is a combination of nylon and titanium, all right? And that's what's going to help keep that temperature down 30 degrees, but also get rid of those pesky ultraviolet rays. And take a look at this thermal image, okay? And I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but on the left side, obviously we're using the Brella Shade. Notice the temperature is 93 degrees, but without the Brella Shade, 123 degrees in the sun in the interior of your car. So think about what that's going to feel like getting in there. Think about the damage it's doing to your interior. Think about how long it's going to take for your car to cool that down.
Right, and
when
then
you're
you're
going
cranking
on
on the air conditioning, or
Exactly.
you're waiting to actually get in your car. Here's what I do know is that last summer we had record-breaking temperatures.
Yes, I recall.
Record-breaking temperatures all the way across the United States. So pick your favorite color.
Yep.
You want to order this right now because we do have it in stock and we do have it on sale. And then of course we offer flexible payments and 30-day returns and all those good things. But if you get it right now, you can start enjoying it right now.
Right.
We have the black, we have tan, we have blue, we have red. You get the case. Basically, it's super easy to use.
Oh, yeah.
You open it like an umbrella while you're sitting in the driver's seat. You don't have to get out of your car. You don't have to put something
just pop it
over
open
your
just
car.
like that. Couldn't be any easier to do.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can work an umbrella, you can work the Brella Shade. I mean, it literally is that simple. The way it activates is right here. There's this little pull string, and it's got a ring on the end of it, and you just give that little pull like that, and it clicks into place. It's that simple to do, okay? To close it, and this is what really, in my opinion, makes it the best sunshade, is you just press a little button, the whole thing collapses. Then you just gather it like this. You can use, there's actually a hook and loop that you can wrap around here if you want to. I just take it and I just stick it in the cubby in the side of my door. So every time I get in and out, I know that it's there and that I'm gonna use it. Now, here's the thing about these. First of all, if you have a rear view mirror right in the center of your windshield, that's a big one like I have in my truck, there's actually more hook and loop right here, so you can open this up to accommodate that. Okay, so they thought about that. So I use that all the time. But why is this so good beyond the fact that it's made out of such great materials and you know, all that? Well, the reason is that it's not one of these, okay? It's not one of these little ones that you buy at a gas station somewhere and you stick this in there. Now, this one is aluminum foil on there. I mean, it's probably better for tanning than anything. But the other thing about these is that you got to figure out how to fold them. Okay, most people don't remember maps, but it's like trying to fold. Every time you go somewhere, think about that. You've got to take the time to do that. That's why most people don't use these. But here's the other thing, and this is the one that drives me nuts. So look, I'll hold my arms out as far as I can go. Now remember, if I'm in the driver's seat, I really need to go this direction quite a bit to like cover the entire windshield. There's no support on this thing. So I have to actually like try to lean over again. If I have a passenger, get them to do it. I'm not even going to bother folding that. With the Brella Shade, there's a frame in the back of this. So the minute that I open this up, there is an entire structure back here where I can move this around with one hand.
Wow.
Put this in the windshield, position it where I want it to go. And I want you to notice something about this frame. You're going to see that there's some metal bits in here, but then the rest of it's black. Now, what is that? That's fiberglass. And the reason they do that is because the fiberglass will flex, okay? So that's how my wife Kelly can put this in her Jeep, and that's why it will also accommodate my truck. And then, when I'm done, I get to my location, you hit that button, you close it up, gather it, put it in the center console, under the seat, the cubby on the door, wherever you want.
That's really,
I
really
love it.
fantastic. And I'll tell you what, I've been just driving around, and a lot of people do not have covered parking.
No,
you know,
they do
in a
not.
lot of cities, in a lot of places, you might have to park outside, and you might not have a covered parking spot. You might not be, you know, in a garage. You might have to be outdoors all the time. And what do you do to protect your car? What do you do to protect yourself when you get in and out of that hot car? If you order this right now, we have one for you. And the best time to order basically anything on HSN is now.
Yeah.
Get it now. We have them in stock. We have these planned for months and months in advance. And right now they're on sale with those interest-free monthly payments. Think about how many cars you have. Does this work in all cars and SUVs?
All cars, SUVs,
Okay.
trucks. There are people that even use them in the front window and the back window. Folks that have a sill in the back, they'll put them back there and let it sit on top of that just to block the light from coming in there. And I mean, at the end of the day, the best sunshade is the one you're actually going to end up using.
Okay, I see what's in your hand right now.
You see what's in my hand?
and
All right, I'm going to show everybody.
Laughing.
I want to show everybody this. Watch. This is one of those that pops open. Okay, first of all, opening that in your car is a bit of a feat. Okay, it's kind of dangerous. This one has gotten a memory to it where we can't get it to lay flat anymore.
I can never get it back.
To fold them, yeah, that's the thing. Nobody knows how to fold these. Because if you just try to fold it, like do a traditional fold on this thing, it doesn't want to go there. But it just takes time. You know, I don't have time for that. What I got time for is this. Pulling my little handle right here, getting that to pop open, and then when I get where I'm going, push that button, and I'm going to use it every time. Oh, speaking of which, if you and I were like out watching a you know, ball game or something, right?
Yeah.
And we forgot to bring some shade for ourselves.
Oh.
You can use this in a pinch as your own personal sunshade for 2 people, actually 3.
I was going to say, this is
It's
nice
big.
and wide. So
57 inches.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
But here's what you need to do. Place your order now, 897-900. Every time this is on air, we sell thousands.
Yeah.
Because this is, I mean, how long have we been doing the Brella Shade? And it just gets better and better.
Oh, God, a couple, 3, 4 years
Yeah.
at least that long. Maybe, actually, you know what? When we were doing shows from home, I remember selling this in my driveway. So it's 4 or 5 years, I should say. Look at that. And you know what? I still use the very first one I got, too.
Right.
Isn't that crazy?
Think about it. It may not be super hot right now. I mean, I will tell you what, we're getting 90-degree weather already in Florida.
Yeah.
But look at your local weather and remember what happened last year. Did it get to the 80s, the 90s?
Right.
It was in the 100s. It was in the teens. It was up to 120 degrees across the South last summer.
I
You
remember.
do not want to be that person who is heating up your car and ruining your car. Your car is one of your biggest investments.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, besides a home, your next biggest investment is a car. And if you're ruining, if you're damaging your car, your dashboard, what happens when your dashboard
it gets
is
brittle.
exposed to the sun?
Gets
It starts
brittle,
to crack.
It cracks. I've
dries
actually
out.
had that happen to mine, where the speaker on the front, it was so brittle, I hit a bump, and it just broke right through. And I had to have the entire, you can't
What
fix
about
it.
your
The
leather
whole dash.
seats? What about your steering
They dry
wheel?
out, they get flaky. The steering wheel, same thing, like the finish of that will come off as well. But think about something, guys. I know it's not hot maybe where you are just yet, but the ultraviolet rays from the sun don't care. All year round, spring, summer, winter, fall, they're always out there. The worst sunburn I ever got was skiing on snow. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, because even in the wintertime, it was cold out, but that sun, the ultraviolet rays were that strong. So that's why all year round you want to carry yours in your car, and every time you stop, put that in there, and then when you get there, you know, collapse it, open it up when you get there, close it when you start driving again. Even at home, you know, it's funny. I have a carport, I had a garage, right? When I come here, I have nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Most places where you go.
You park at work.
When you park at work
all day. It's out there all day, or you go
the
to a
hottest
shopping
part of the
center,
day.
you go to the grocery store. If you have kids and pets, this is a must.
Absolutely.
You cannot put kids and pets in a really hot car. Certainly don't leave them there. I should also mention that. But the best shade that you have is the one that you're actually going to use.
Over and over.
This is it. It'll protect your investment. It's worth every single penny to have the right product and to make sure that you have it right there at your fingertips.
Right.
I love that you don't have to throw this in the back.
No.
You don't have to get out of the car to put this on. Pick your color, black, tan, blue, or red. And that is what a girl wants today. We are very busy, 897-900. Thank you, Lou, for coming in.
My pleasure.
And don't forget to put your windshield back on your car before you drive home, buddy.
Gonna be breezy.
Hey, it's Florida. You can drive around in a convertible if you want. All right, I want to remind you about one of our hot deals.